Hello, guys. This is Becca, and we are here for Rocking with Becca. Oh, this is just going to be a casual video today. I'm not worried about a whole lot of structure. We're just going to enjoy the day. But if you are new, Rocking with Becca is a video that I do basically, or I try to do every Saturday. Where I just sit here in my nursery, in my rocking chair, rocking a baby, and we just chat. Um, I do, uh, I do some structural things, like I tell you who my baby of the day is. I do a shout out for a channel that's under 1,000 subscribers. I have been doing Small Dolls and Stuffy Saturday here on Rockin' with Becca. That's hosted by Alicia over at Binky's and Blanky's Nursery. And then after we get all of that done, we usually have a topic that I talk on, or a story I tell you, or something like that, or just a health and life update, or whatever that I feel like, you know, that I can come up with to talk to you about. Uh, Rockin' with Becca videos are usually a little lengthy, and I always have my cup of coffee. So if you would like to get you something to drink, now would be a good time to pause the video, go grab you a cup of coffee or hot tea or ice cold sweet tea or a soda or whatever you would like to drink. Go grab you something to drink and sit back and relax, and let's visit a little while. I will be pausing here or there to take a sip of coffee. I love my coffee in the morning time. So, and there's Miss Macy. I guess you saw her head pop up there. She's wanting me to play with her. She'll get settled down in a little bit and go lay on the bed. Yeah, go get on the bed until Mama gets through, okay? Then I'll play with you. She's got to where she's real good about going and laying down and letting me get through my Rocking with Becca videos. She's been doing really good. So I guess what I will do is go ahead and share with you. Oh, we're doing featured doll today. Also, I'm going to be doing featured doll until I get through every one of my reborn dolls. I've already went through my manufactured dolls, the ones like Paradise Galleries, Ashton Great, Amazon, Temu, wherever I got them from, other than being reborn. I've already went through all of those. Now I'm doing a series called Original Outfit Week. That is hosted by Heavenly Reborn's Nursery, I believe. I get it mixed up. You type in to find her channel, you put Heavenly Reborn's Nursery, if that's the right word in between Heavenly and Nursery. But when you type it up and then you click on it, it comes up as Kitty's Baby Dolls, I think. So, you type in one thing and then it shows something else. But she's the one hosting Original Outfit Week. I don't know if she called it Original Outfit Week. I don't know if she's going to continue after this week is over. I don't know if she's going to continue, like if she hadn't done all of her babies, putting them in original outfits. Um, I don't know if she's going to continue on next week or if she's just doing it for a week. But I'm going to continue doing it. I'm going to continue doing it until I get all of my manufactured dolls. All of my Ashton Drake and Paradise Galleries dolls put back in their original outfit. And some of my cloth dolls also, which those I probably will be sharing like on Saturday for here in Rockin' with Becca when I do small dolls and stuffy Saturday. Um, I have 3 full cloth Cabbage Patch that I'm going to be putting back in the clothes that they had them in when I got them. And then I have 3 Jan Shackelford. I had to think how to say her name. Jan Shackelford. I have 3 cloth dolls I'll be putting back in their original outfits they came to me in. And then I have Glenda. I can't remember the lady's name that I purchased the other cloth doll from. I'll be doing it, but all of those will be done on one at a time, on in the Rockin' with Becca's video where I'm doing small dolls and stuffies. So anyway, my baby of the day is my little Penny. Mama's little Penny, and I forgot to look up her middle name. It's hard. Let me look right here. It's hard for me to remember all this, guys. Penny Elise. I do good to remember their first names. Penny Elise. Here is my sweet little Penny Elise. She has on a little, I don't know if you can see it for the shadows, Peter Rabbit dress. It's a lilac color. And she's adorable. Oh, and I put a little purple headband on her, or lilac, or lavender, whatever color you want to call it. And I'm going to give you all of her information. So if I'd picked up the card, I would have seen her middle name. I have it wrote on here. So Penny Elise is the real born Jade Asleep sculpt. When it says it's a real born, that means that Bountiful Baby took a 3D scan of a real live baby and made a sculpt out of it. So she is by Bountiful Baby. She was born on June 5th of 2022. So I received her a little bit, about a week or so after that date. She weighs 4 pounds, 6 ounces. She's 19 inches long. Her reborn artist is Patricia Milbury from Heartstrings Creation on reborns.com. So just go, if you want to go check out Patricia's babies. I love Patricia's babies just like I love Amy Michelle's babies. But if you'd like to go check it out, just put in Heartstring Creations on reborns.com, and you should be able to find her nursery. I love my coffee in the morning time. Love my coffee anytime, really. So I'm snuggling with little Penny today while I'm doing Rockin' with Becca. And I have a shout out today. I like to shout out a channel that I am subscribed to that has under 1,000 subscribers, because I like to try to help the smaller channels to get more subbies, because I remember when I was a small channel and I was struggling trying to reach 1,000 subscribers. I would think, oh, these large channels that I would watch, I would think, oh, if they would just give me a shout out, as many subscribers as they have, surely some of them would come over and subscribe to me if they would just shout out my channel. So that's why I do the shout outs on Saturdays. I try to shout out a small channel. I'm going in alphabetical order through the people I'm subscribed to. And at this point, I am on the letter L. And our channel today is Laura Lou. Laura Lou is a young lady. She has beautiful dolls. She just has a very nice channel. I enjoy watching her videos. I don't get to them as often as I would like to, because I am subscribed to so many different people. What I have started doing is I only have 2 or 3 people that I just definitely do not want to miss their videos, that I have the notification bell clicked on. That way, every time they do a video, I can see it. So I only have 2 or 3 done like that. So after I watch theirs, then I go into my main page, my main subscriber page, and I just start picking out different videos that I don't watch on a daily basis, and watch a video so I can comment and support them. And I've been getting around to videos that, doing it that way, I've been watching videos that I wouldn't normally be able to watch if I, had a whole lot clicked on, notification bell clicked. And I find that that's helping me to occasionally get out to, different one of the people I'm subscribed to. So that's what I've been doing. But Laura Lou only has 480 subscribers as of this morning when I checked. And like I said, she has a lot of beautiful babies. And if you're not already subscribed to her, you should run over there, check her out, and see if she would be someone you would be interested in watching and subscribing to. If you do, let her know I sent you. So anyway, that is our shout out for today. So what does that cover? Does that get everything? No, small dolls and stuffies before I start on my topic. So I'm wondering, do I want to do small dolls and stuffies right now? Or do I want to go on into my topic first and then do small dolls and stuffies? I don't know. I think I might go on into the topic first. I believe it was last week, or maybe I didn't do a Rockin' with Becca last week. I cannot even remember if last week was the week I didn't do the Rockin' with Becca. Anyway, whenever it was that I did that is concerning me. I guess it's just shadows. Thought I was seeing some black places in her ears, but I guess it's just shadows. Sorry about that, guys. um, I lost my train of thought. What was I fixing to talk about? Oh, I was talking about, um, anyway, the Rockin' with Becca, where I gave the my health and life update was the title of it. Um, I thought I would give you just a little bit more of an update on my health. My sugar has been being awesome. It's been being down close to 150 every morning when I get up. Um, Anywhere between 150 and 180. Now, yesterday morning, I think it was, when I took it, it was 218. But, so yesterday was Friday, so Thursday I ate some Nutella on some graham cracker, or no, on some vanilla wafers. And then after I ate about 3 vanilla wafers with Nutella on it, I got me a spoonful of Nutella and just ate it by itself. Now that's the only thing I can think of that I did differently. And when I took my sugar yesterday morning, it was 2 something. So I can't eat Nutella if I'm wanting to keep my sugar down. And I hate it. I hate that I can't eat it because I love Nutella on graham crackers or vanilla wafers. I think it is so good. Or just a spoonful of it if I get to wanting. It satisfies my chocolate taste. Although it's a hazelnut spread, it it satisfies when I get to wanting chocolate so bad. Um, but I found that I can't eat that. um, we're going to find out what instant oatmeal with, the fruit in it and milk in it. We're going to find out in the morning what that does to me. This morning for breakfast, well, I had asked hubby to pick me up a box of instant oatmeal that has the fruit flavors in it, and so he did. And for breakfast this morning, we each ate a bowl of the peaches and cream, and we used milk instead of water to put in them, to cook them in the microwave. And it was so good, but it was so sweet. So sweet. I guess because I don't eat a lot of regular sweet stuff. It was so sweet. So, although oatmeal itself is good for like high blood pressure and different things, they say, um, we're going to see what that sugar contents in that oatmeal is going to do to me. Well, when I take my sugar in the morning, I'll know whether I can eat the oatmeal or not. I'm just trying out different things for my diabetes to see what works and what don't work, and I'm trying to help, with how I eat to get my sugar down. Right now, I'm taking 25 units of insulin once a day, and like I said, if I don't eat things that has a lot of sugar content in it or a lot of carbohydrates in it, I can keep my glucose readings down, like I said, between 150 and 180. It ranges back and forth between that every morning when I get up. But you let me eat one little thing off that has a little extra sugar or carbohydrates from what I normally eat, and it shoots it back up. So we're going to see in the morning when I take my sugar what this oatmeal has done. And I'll know from there if I can eat it, as maybe not every morning, but you know, to give me a switch up from cereal. Uh, I talked on my update about the problem I'm having with excess gas. Well, I've been doing some experimenting with between my foods that I eat to see what causes that, what don't. I quit eating cereal for a few days and still had it. So I got to thinking about the way I eat cashews. I love cashew nuts, love them. And my husband buys them from Walmart in a big container. And I eat way over the daily, the serving size. Because I'll go in there and get a handful and pop them in my mouth, and I'll do that 2 or 3 times a day. So I know I go over the daily, the serving size. So I stopped eating cashews and started back eating my cereal. Well, the excessive gas ceased. So I'm thinking it was the cashews because I was eating my cereal. I'm experimenting with eating one food and not another and trying to see what's doing what. And I think it was the cashews. So I'm trying to. So I looked it up. I Google when I don't know about something, I will Google it to see what they tell me. And so I Googled, can cashews give you excessive gas? And it said yes, especially, it told why, certain oils and things in the cashews. And it said it, especially if you exceed I'm sure I'm not saying it right, the serving size, that's what I'm trying to say. If you exceed the serving size per day, that it would, it can definitely give you excessive gas. Um, so I've cut back, way back on the amount of cashews that I eat, and it has, it has helped me so much. So I'm thankful that I found out what was causing that. I just hate that I can't, because I love cashews. Oh my goodness, they are so good. But I have cut back on the amount. I hadn't completely quit eating them, but I have cut way back on the amount that I was taking in per day. So maybe that's helped that. So that is that on my health updates. I am gradually getting back to myself. Um, this battle that we're facing, this situation that we're going through, is not over yet, and I'm sure there's going to be times of excess anxiety. And um, Thursday, um, I was telling my mother and sisters about the situation, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, then go back and find the Rockin' with Becca that has uh, Health and Life Update is the title, and the title. And I tell you a little bit about it in there. But I'm not going to get off into that in today's video. But I do want to say that I'm sure there will be times of panic attacks and and anxiety attacks and things like that because it's not over. Um, but I am gradually feeling like I'm getting back to myself again. Um, there's something else I was wanting to say, and it slipped my mind. Oh, Thursday. I was telling you about Thursday. I was telling Mama and my sisters about it, and my anxiety got so bad just telling them about it that my insides was just jittery and they were just like mush, and I was shaking and getting sick at my stomach, and my face, I was so flushed, and like my blood pressure was going up, and uh, I was I was in an anxiety attack. Wasn't a bad one where I was crying and carrying on, but um, my voice was very shaky. I couldn't keep it steady. I just had a bad time. Just telling my family about it, and people don't understand where I'm coming from, and I'm not gonna get off. No, okay, forget it. I'm not gonna get off on that. That's not what this video is about. We're not gonna do that today. But I do want to tell you about a healing that I received years ago, and I promised the Lord that ever so often I would testify of that healing because I'm so thankful for my healing, and I give God all the praise and glory for it. And so I decided I would tell you today about my healing. Now, this happened back in the 1980s, and to give you an update, little uh, background, I guess is what I'm trying to say, on what it was. Back when I was little, like probably 7, 8 years old, I got the skin condition eczema, which back then we called it eczema. Eczema is a modern day pronunciation of it. We called it eczema. The doctors called it eczema. Um, and my my dad, his side of the family had a history of having, I'm gonna call it eczema at this point. I'll change it to eczema later on. But they, my dad's side of the family had a history of having eczema. And when I was about 6, 7, 8 years old, I got it so bad on the back of my thighs and the back of my knees. Um, it was, oh, it would get so raw and it would hurt so bad. And I kind of outgrew it. It went away, and I didn't have any more trouble with it until I was about 15. Uh, and I started my hands breaking out. They would be raw and bleeding, but they would be itching so bad I would have to scratch them, but yet they were so sore from being raw and splitting open and bleeding. And so Mama took me to a dermatologist, and he said it was eczema. And so I would have to sleep with like plastic or rubber gloves, whatever it is, on my hands at night, disposable gloves. I would put a cream on it and sleep with that on my hands at night. So, I think I went that way with it for about a year, and it kind of went away. Then, of course, I got married when I was 16, so um, it wasn't long after I got married. We probably wasn't married but about 2 years, and it came back. At that point, it was called eczema. um, but I had it so bad, and I had it from the tip of my fingers all the way to up above, right up above my elbows. It was just on my hands and arms. I didn't have it anywhere else. But at times, all the way up to that point, it would be like I had stuck my arm down in scalding water all the way up to here. And it would feel like it because it was raw. It would burn. It would itch. I would wake up at night crying with it. Um, it was just horrible. I went years after I got married. And I really think hubby at some point, as you know, a young man, he would tell me to wear long sleeves, kind of like he didn't want people to see it, you know. Um, but it would be so bad, and it would be so sore because it split open, but yet it was raw. It was just raw skin, just raw meat, it was horrible. But yet it would itch so bad that I had to, rub it and try to get that itch to stop, and it was horrible. And so I went that way for years. I know 4, 5, 6 years, something like that. I went with it so bad, and I'd go to the doctor, I'd get things for it. Um, just I kept. I did find it's not a prescription or anything, but I still use it to this day. But the Suave Advanced Therapy lotion was the only lotion that I found I could use on my hands that would kind of put enough of moisture in it and help it enough that I could deal with it. And so I still use that lotion to today. Um, but I went probably about 5 or 6 years, and I prayed for it myself. My husband prayed for it. I would go up and get prayer for it at church, and I dealt with that on my hands and arms for, like I said, 5, 6 years. And so back in probably 1987, I'm thinking somewhere around that time, we was in a church service, one of our regular church services, and the pastor was preaching, and he was preaching about healing and different things, and he called me up that night and said that, he wanted to pray for, they called me Sister Buckley at church, and said he wanted, that I was battling this eczema, and um, he wanted to pray for me for the eczema, and he did. So during that service, he prayed for me. Wasn't no big outstanding move or anything. He prayed for me, and I really forgot about it. And hold on just a minute, guys. I'm going for Taylor. look for me something for baby items, baby clothes, and if you find anything, take a picture of it and send it to me. Love you too.
Sorry to interrupt.
That's all right. I have to shop through my husband because I don't get out and go. But anyway, he prayed for me. The pastor prayed for me that night, and I kind of just forgot about it and went on about my business. And a few days later, I got to noticing that my hands and arms wasn't um, itching as bad. They didn't seem to be as sore. They wasn't as red. And then I forgot about it again and went on about my business. And a few days later, I got to thinking about it, and I looked at my hands and arms, and that eczema was completely gone. Completely gone. It went completely away, and I have not had it. Like I said, that was back in about 1987. I I haven't had it like that again since. Now I'm not gonna say I haven't had a little flare up of it occasionally. I feel like at times that uh, the devil tests my faith, or whatever you want to call it, however you want to call it, whatever he does. um, he tries to bring it back on me. I have had a flare up just probably a handful of times since that night, or since it went completely away. And whenever that happens, I rebuke the devil. I tell him I'm not accepting it. God healed me. It's gone. And I'm not accepting it back. And then when I do that, just in a day or two, it's completely gone again. And like I said, that's probably just a little flare up. It's probably only happened 4 or 5 times since the night of my healing. And I promised the Lord, I was so thankful because, guys, nobody knows the pain I went through unless you've had eczema. Uh, my poor niece and nephew, great niece and nephew, their whole body is covered with it, and they have suffered. Oh my goodness, they have suffered with it. And and I suffered. Oh, it was like my arm, like I said, it was like I had stuck my arms and hands down in scalding water. It would get so bad and raw and hurting and burning and itching, and it was just, it was awful. And I was so thankful, and I am still so thankful for my healing. And I told the Lord, I said, I will occasionally, ever so often, give my testimony of how you healed my body. And so I don't remember if I've ever told it here on Rocking with Becca. I may have, back at the beginning of starting Rocking with Becca. But I felt like it was time I gave my testimony again. I give God all the praise, all the honor, all the glory, because it was definitely His healing power for me. Because, like I said, all through my years, from the time I was like 7, 8 years old, I would have bad cases with it just every few years, and then it would stay for a few years before it would go away. And um, I battled it all my life, off and on. And since 1987, I haven't had any significant problems. Like I said, occasionally probably just 4 or 5 times since 1987. I've had just little slight flare-ups of just little itchy spots, and I rebuke it. I remind the devil I'm not accepting it. I thank the Lord again for it. Give him praise when that happens. I give him praise for my healing. And I'm just not accepting it back. And God has healed me tremendously of that eczema. And I am so thankful. So thankful for that. And I wanted to give him a testimony today and tell you about my healing of that skin condition, that God completely healed me of it, and I am so thankful for it. So, I didn't realize I've taken this much time already. It's already 40 minutes. So if I can get Macy up, I'm going to go lay Penny down, and we're going to get into small dolls and stuffies Saturday. Okay. Let's see if I can bring my table around here without knocking the tripod over. Come on, tables, come on. Okay. So this is my soft sculpt Cabbage Patch, and she is so adorable. Look at that hair, guys. Look at that hair. Isn't she beautiful? She is just beautiful. So we're gonna get her dressed in what they had her in. Get your arm out of my face, girl. Get your arm out of my face, girl. Okay, her tag is attached to her outfit. Don't you mess with that. Alright, let's see what we're doing here. Let's see what we're doing here. Alright, so her name is Alicia. I'm not sure how to pronounce that name. Nichelle? Nichelle. I'm not sure how to pronounce her name. But that is her sculpt name. Alicia, whoever. So we're going to get her dressed here. I don't know if I think I left the group. I'm sorry, guys. She's got her arm in my face. I was on a Facebook group. I can't remember if I'm still on it. I go through spells, guys, that I think I'm involved in too many groups and I can't keep up with them all, so I need to get out of them. And then so I will leave the group, and then I regret it later. I regret it later. But I was on a Cabbage Patch group, and I found these soft sculpts on there and got them from that group. And I love my soft sculpt Cabbage Patch. I love all my Cabbage Patch, but I really love these. They're so... I have been wanting a soft sculpt ever since I started collecting Cabbage Patch. And When I come across these, I was so happy. So this is the dress they had her in. Um, I think it was handmade. It has a tag. No, it wasn't. It is a Cabbage Patch dress. Okay. Okay. It's got a Cabbage Patch tag in the middle of it. I mean, in the middle of it. Inside it. So, it is a Cabbage Patch dress. I was thinking maybe the lady had handmade it. But no, it is a Cabbage Patch dress. Uh, the elastic around the wrist is stretched out, so I should have known that it was Cabbage Patch, but it says Cabbage Patch Designer Collection by Xavier. Is that how you say his name? Xavier? I can't remember how to pronounce it. I can't see that good on there to see exactly how it's spelled. Let's see. Let's see if I can find it on here. I'm not going to try. Okay. Xavier. And I don't know how to say that last name. I can't read it. The way it's wrote. Y'all know who it is anyway, if you're a Cabbage Patch collector. So we're going to get it. This is a red and blue plaid dress. It is low-waisted, and it's gathered at the waist section of it. It has a red bow, a white collar, and it has the material, same material as a trim around the collar, same material as the dress. It has lace at the sleeves. Then it also has this little apron that has Cabbage Patch on the front of it. It says Cabbage Patch Kids. It's like a art apron. It has watercolors and paint brushes and crayons and things like that on it. So it's like an art apron. It has the strap that comes around her neck. And guys, I'm sorry, my fingers, I can't get this big old buttoned. I'm sorry it's taking me so long. It also has like the little pockets that you would put your art supplies in. It ties at the waist and the back. Let me get her collar out. There we go. I know this is not a good angle for all of this. I should have readjusted my camera. Alright, let's see. Let's get her collar pulled out and her bow straightened if I can. I'm not good at bows. Alright. So there's her little apron. Okay, now she has her little, I just left the socks inside the shoes. Let's see if I can get them back on her feet. She has red socks and white shoes. your foot in there, girl. Get your foot in there, girl. There we go. There we go. Let me pull the socks up. There we go. There we go. Now, tie your shoes. So, I'm sorry, I've told everything that I know to tell, and now here I am just silent while I'm getting her dressed. I'm sorry about that. And my fingers are not working good. I'm gonna wait about tying her shoes. Now this one, I was fixing to say it didn't have anything on the shoe itself, but this one does have the Amber collection on the bottom of the shoe. Boy, that one went on a whole lot easier than the other one. Now let's see if I can tie it. At least this one. So guys, be sure to go check out Leisha at Binkies and Blankies Nursery. She's the one that hosts the Small Doll and Stuffy Saturday. Go check her out and see what she's doing today. And I will have her link in the description of this video. I will have Laura Lou's link. I'm going to lay her down this way because it comes with a hair ribbon. I will have Laura Lou's link in the title of the video. So you can find it easy. Since she's the shout out, she will be in the title. And then Small Dolls and Stuffy hashtag and Leisha's link will be in the description, so you can go check on them, click on them, and see what everyone's doing. And there is my sweet little Alicia. Let me see if I can get her tag up close where you can see it. And there's her name right there. Is it backwards, guys? It's backwards. I didn't think this showed it backwards, but it does. Oh well. Maybe you can make out what it is. I didn't know it showed things backwards. I should have. I should have known it. But I didn't. So anyway, this is my sweet little baby girl, Cabbage Patch Girl, that I wanted to share with you for Small Dolls and Stuffy Saturday. So be sure to go check out Alicia and Alicia. Go check her out. Her title, oh my goodness. Her link will be in the description. So I hope you all have enjoyed this Rocking with Becca today. Oh, she also came with a little apple. I guess for your teacher, maybe? I keep it in her pocket when she has her apron on. Keep it in her apron pocket. So anyway, I'm going to go back and check and see if I'm still in that Cabbage Patch group. If I'm not, I'm going to try to find it again, because I don't know, I get to thinking, that I have too many groups, too many things occupying my mind. I don't have enough of time to do everything, and so I don't give anything a good, you know, quality time, however you want to say it. Um, in some groups, if you don't post something on it pretty often, they'll delete you from the group because they call you an inactive member, and they don't want inactive members in the group. So, it's many different groups and things that's on. You can't, and you just can't participate in them all. And that's just like all the tags, the themes and the tags that's going on here on YouTube in the dog community. Um, that's why yesterday I told you that I was just closing out my color themes for each day. I had made a color theme for every day of the week but Wednesday. The reason I didn't do Wednesday is because Shara has on Wednesdays we wear pink. And so I left Wednesday as pink, and I did her tag on Wednesday when I did a color theme. And there's just so many tags and so many themes, and people are trying their best to support everybody, and it's hard. It's hard to keep up with everything. So that's why I decided to just go ahead and close out my color themes, and I'm not going to be doing them. I'm going to, when I do a theme, I'm going to be doing someone else's theme and supporting them. And you don't have to feel obligated. I'm closing it out. It's not a thing now. So you don't have to worry about doing the color themes that I had put out. Um, because I know how hard it is for me to try to keep up with everything. And so why should I add to, all that? So, and I do things as I can do them. I try to dedicate one video, um, one theme per video, except I do put in my featured doll, but that's only because all I'm doing is telling you the details of the doll, or you know, their sculpt, whatever you want to call it. It's not really details. It's, yeah, you know, who they are, what sculpt they are, who reborn them, things like that. Uh, so, anyway, I hope you have enjoyed this video today. I've enjoyed it. I enjoyed telling you about my healing, and I enjoyed sharing my Alicia with you, and I enjoyed sharing my little Penny Elise with you, and I just hope you all are having a great weekend, that you're able to do things that you want to do and enjoy doing, that you're getting the rest you need, and that you just having a great time. So I'm going to get off of here. I'm going to let y'all go for now, and I hope you all have a great rest of your weekend, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.